Yes, 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 yes. Chapter 1001 of One Piece. And I can say this very easily. One of my favorite chapters in the entire series. This is probably going to go down in probably one of my top, I don't know, 20, like right now, as of right now, easily in my top 20 favorite like moments, chapters of One Piece. This is like, I'm so happy. This isn't to say anything about any of the chapters leading up to this, because like obviously it's One Piece and I've enjoyed it all, but like this chapter is what I've been waiting for. This chapter is what I've wanted. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to Otaku Talk OD. Let's get right into it. Alright, so chapter 1001, the decisive battle of monsters on Onigashima. Bruh, this chapter is literally what I've been waiting for. So, like I said in my other video, I kind of felt like chapter 999 could have been chapter 1000. I fell into the hype train trap, and like, I don't know, I just thought like chapter 1000 was going to be a certain way. As I talked about in other videos, as you may have noticed, there's three main chapters that excite me. There's build-up chapters, exposition chapters, and action chapters, right? There's other types of chapters, and I'm sure there's better names for them, but this is how I refer to them. And so I wanted chapter 1000 to be one of two things. Either an exposition chapter, and maybe we learned about the Will of D more, maybe we talked about the Poneglyphs more, maybe we learned about Wano more, maybe we learned about Roger, Ace, Kaido more, anything like that. Or a straight up fight chapter where like epic battle is ensuing. I wanted any chapter before 1000 to be build-up chapters. I didn't want 1000 itself to be a build-up chapter, which it turned out being. Now, once again, I typically do like build-up chapters, but, you know, I was just hype and excited for action. But, you know what? Oda rewards. Oda is such a great mangaka. This chapter was amazing. So let's get right into it. First, we have all of them just all shock, because Kaido's on the ground right now, and they're like, what kind of hockey did Luffy just use? Because they all have witnessed Kaido's power firsthand, know how powerful this dude is, and to see that not only Luffy clocked him, but Luffy clocked him with something that they're mainly all unfamiliar with is such a power move. Such a power move. And so that in itself was freaking awesome. And now they're about to go and combat him, right? So this panel right here, I just love this panel because you have Luffy standing there, and I didn't mention this last video, but you have Luffy standing there in his dope pirate coat, and I have no clue, like, dope pirate captain's cloak, which, by the way, I think is just more symbolism to, like, Luffy growing as a captain, becoming more of a, like, prominent figure. Like, all the, like, captains we've seen have had that, like, you know, coat. So, like, now we're actually seeing a visual manifestation of, like, where Luffy has, like, come. And we just see him, and, like, Kaido's, like, only a handful of people could ever... Oh, this panel is so dope. Only a handful of people could ever, like, step to me, and are you basically saying that you're one of them? Also, is it shade or a shot to Big Ma that she's not up there, or is it mainly because, you know, that's his ally? I don't know, but I don't know, kind of shady that she wasn't there. There was Odin, Roger, Rocks, Whitebeard, Shanks. No sign of Big Ma. So I don't know. You tell me if that was shady or not. But that was a really, really good scene there. I was super happy. I was just super happy. Like, my boy Luffy is coming up, and I like. So anyway, moving on next, you know, obviously Kaido is still a Yonko. Yes, he got caught lacking. He was slacking, but, you know, he's not a punk. Gets up immediately and attacks Luffy. And something interesting happens here. And I'm really kind of glad it happened, because, like, power scaling can be super annoying, because people think, like, certain things could go a certain way. Like, for example, Luffy has dodged, like, lasers and lightning, like when he fought, like when he was, you know, involved with Kizaru and when he was involved with Kizaru and Enel, right? And so like you would think, well, he has like light speed reaction time. So like here's my thing. He saw the future. Luffy used observation haki, saw Kaido's attack coming, and still could not dodge it. That means Kaido was traveling so fast that despite Luffy knowing what he was going to do, he was still unable to dodge it. And what does that say about Kaido's speed? What does that say about Luffy's speed? It's all up for speculation, but this is just something I wanted to point out because this is a problem in manga. You guys see something once and all of a sudden that person's like Luffy can dodge light. Luffy can, so like, are we saying like Kaido is faster than light? Like, what are we, like, it gets complicated. But anyway, it's good to see that, you know, yes, Luffy can still land hits. We all knew this is how it was gonna be, but you know, that still doesn't mean he can beat Kaido. Does not mean he can beat Kaido. Does not mean this fight is going to be easy or over. So that's just something I want to put out there. Really good scene. Kind of keeps us in check. Kind of helps us be like, all right, you know, let's all calm down. Like, yes, this fight's going to happen, but it's not going to be a cakewalk. Now, the next thing that happens, it was even more dope. Zoro runs up while Big Mom is trying to follow up with a fire attack and uses Kinemon's Foxfire Slash. And that was so lit. I cannot wait for this entire section to be animated because I will just sit there with popcorn. I'll have like a whole watch party and just have people over to watch this fight because of how dope it is. And he comes over and does it. And maybe I haven't been paying attention. I've been meaning to reread the entire series and reread the Wano section. I might do the Wano section first just so that like I can get to like these series of like understandings and readings. But I have been wondering since Kinemon's initial appearance, like if Zoro was going to learn like Foxfire style, etc., etc. So basically when Kinemon first showed up on the scenes, I was like, okay, so cool. I had a couple things. Either I never once thought Kinemon was like the sole, like only person that could use Foxfire. Also, we've seen Brook use ice in his sword style. So we have fire and ice, right? And so I'm thinking to myself, okay, so this can't be a coincidence. There has to be a way. Maybe it's hockey based. We know with Brook, it's more about his devil fruit. But what I was thinking it was, all right, so it seems that there is a way to imbue your swords with elemental powers. So I'm like, okay, maybe one of a few things is going to happen here. Either Zoro is going to learn, or Kinemon is going to teach Zoro how to do Foxfire Flames, like pass on that technique, or we're gonna get to Wano, find out like everyone can like imbue their swords with various elements, and then Zoro will imbue his with a certain element. I was possibly thinking lightning, because lightning would be freaking dope. But yeah, so I thought maybe something along the lines of that happening would occur. You know, obviously did not occur. But this in and of itself is still really cool because it tells us something really interesting, and that's, can Zoro just learn any technique he sees? Can he pick it up? Does he have to practice it? Does he just know it? And like the best part is like when he was like, that's Kinemon's Foxfire, and he's like, it's mine now. And so I don't want to sleep on that. I really feel like that's deeper than like, well, I can use it too now. Like when he says it's mine now, like I wonder if there's more to it. Does he not, and does he have other techniques based upon Foxfire that are actually originally his? So this is something freaking huge. This is something huge, and I was super excited to see. All right, let's figure out what happens next here. All right, boom. This is where insanity and chaos ensues. From this moment right here, these upcoming moments right here is when I realized this is my favorite chapter of the year. Yes, I know the year just started, but like this is like what One Piece is all about. So first we have, oh, by the way, I wanna say something before I get into this. I like their setup. I remember reading the chat and being like, I want to talk about this in the video. I like their setup. I play League of Legends. I don't know if you guys are aware. Fucking terrible game. No, it's not. It's an awesome game, but it's also terrible because of like how hard it is and like the skill cap and blah blah blah. Anyway, and I just think it's cool how like Luffy is basically like the main bruiser. Then you have Kid, who's also going to be another bruiser tank possibly. You have Law, who's going to act as a fucking support in this scenario with his shambles. Because honestly, I want to do a video about how sus it is that Law is one of the only Devil Fruit users who has like stamina issues. Like, you know, Lugius can produce infinite amounts of their stuff, and like Luffy can, like, you know, he can't stretch infinitely, but like, you know, using his powers, and I'm not talking about Gear 3rd, I'm just like defaultly using his powers doesn't stress him out, but like something is very unique about Laws. Something is very unique about Laws that, like, for whatever reason, it screws. It absolutely screws his stamina, so we have to talk about that. But anyway, you have Law acting as like the support, and then like I like how Zoro and Killer are kind of like, you know, the assassins. So it's like, I don't know why I had MOBAs on the brain. The new season of League started, so like that's just something I was thinking about. But anyway, I digress. So after he's about to get Luffy's about to get hit by another Bagua, right? Thunder Bagua, and then, you know, Law uses his shambles and saves him. Now, I said something in chapter 1000 that I thought was super cool at the time, and I'm so glad that Oda touched on it, because it just made it so much more funny and more wholesome. So in chapter 1000, there's a part where I say Luffy comes over cool as hell. I said it was reminiscent of Goku, and he like ignores Kaido, walks past him, checks on Kinemon's like, "Are you good?" And then he's like, and then like in Dragon Ball, Goku, like, I think instant transmissions them away, but in this, you know, no one can really do that, so he's like, "Law, take him away." And I love this part because Law finally has a chance, and he says something earlier in the panel that I think alluded to it, to be like, "Oh, by the fucking way, I don't fucking take orders from you. You're not the fucking boss of me. Who the fuck do you think you are?" Oh my god, I was losing shit, because I was like, yes, because that's Law's character. Like, I was kind of okay with it, because I was like, okay, this is a serious moment. Law's a serious person, whatever. Like, he's like, yeah, that's like the right course thing to do. We're mad, Luffy's mad, I'm with Luffy. But no, for him to be like, like I was gonna do it anyway. It's not like I'm not gonna not do it now, because like they're gonna be screwed. But screw you, Luffy, for putting me in this like compromising position where it looks like I take orders from you. No, nigga, I'm my own captain. Oh my god, I don't know. That was friggin' hilarious to me. Just pure comedy. And it didn't stop there. I didn't even get a chance to catch my breath, because the next thing that happens is Big Ma shoots off 3 fireballs at them, right? And so Luffy's basically like, you know, I ain't no bitch. I was like, last person to, like, the first person to flinch or whatever is a bitch. Like, I'm paraphrasing, of course. And so, like, Law immediately is like, hell no, I'm not doing that. Stupid, Luffy, like, as Law normally does. I love Law's interaction with the Straw Hats. People think, like, there's a chance he might betray them. I don't see it coming. I think, like, they're allies in it. I think, like, they've just gone through too much and they know each other too well. But like every time, like, remember when he had Chopper strapped to his head, like, adorable. Like, Law has been in such compromising, stupid positions because of the Straw Hats, and I think now he's just accustomed to it. But anyway, Law immediately, like always, is just like, no, we're not doing that. And then Kid is like, see, this is the reason why, like, you guys will never be big pirates. Y'all are childish. I'm better than you. And like, next thing you know, so like the best part is, all right, Luffy's like, all right, bet y'all lose. Y'all are some bitches. Y'all are some sad sacks. And then they're like, this panel right here, I could not breathe. I lost my breath. I was dying. Yo, everyone remembers the time where everyone found out Luffy got was kidnapped or beaten or something to that effect. Well, this was just like that, drawn perfectly. These dumb idiots took a Yonko level attack just on some dumbassery, just on some like peer pressure bullying shit, and I love it because it speaks, like, nothing speaks better to the character of these individuals and the soul of One Piece than what just transpired in that moment. I lost my shit. I think it was pure comedic gold. I think it was true to their character. At the same time, you know, some people might complain like, come on, yo, these are Yonko attacks. First of all, they're clearly not serious. They weren't serious attacks. Like, yes, they're serious. Yes, they want to fight him. But like, I think, you know, sometimes you throw some like whatever shots, gauge your opponent. I think that's what they were. Obviously they probably defended themselves. Also, it might be, some kind of indication that they can survive Yonko level attacks, like, to a certain degree. But I was dying. Shortly after that, Zoro ties up the headband, so you know what time it is. It's time for him to get real. Goes to fight. Goes to land an attack on Kaido. Does not work. It seems like he tries to decapitate him, and there's a slight hesitation, like a slight shot where they show his neck, and you think, did he do it? Did he do it? And obviously, of course, he did not do it. But then Zoro says something to the effect of, I got to put more power in it. So it looks like he's still just playing around with, trying to figure out like exactly how to use his new sword, which for some reason name escapes me at the moment. I apologize. And he's just like, all right, maybe I should put more juice into it. So I think he's just trying to find a middle ground where like his hockey doesn't just get completely drained. But oh boy, there's just off the wall, back to back, just like incredible feats happening. I am super excited for chapter 1002. I'm nervous because I feel like chapter 1002 is just going to cut away from this. I feel like that's what's going to happen now. Now that we got this, because Oda knows what he did with this chapter. He knows he hit a home run with this chapter. I think he's going to, all right, and commercial break. Like, I am down to be pleasantly surprised, but that is just how it seems at the moment. All right, so now moving past that, another super awesome scene. We have the supernovas transform, mainly talking about Luffy going into gear gear fourth, and then we get to see Kid's form. And once again, I'm trying to remember if I've ever seen this form before. I'm not even sure if I saw this in the Stampede movie, but he builds this like mecha version of himself, and it is dope. Once again, cannot wait to see it in the actual anime. Looks amazing. I like the design. I can't wait to see how strong it is, how it pairs up to Gear Fourth. Also, are Luffy and Zoro the only ones going to be benefiting from Rio Haki? Because how is Kid going to apply any damage? I definitely can see Law putting in some damage just because of the very nature of his Devil Fruit is to be able to like inflict like cuts and wounds and incisions on people, especially something like Gamma Blade that not only cuts you but also does like radiation damage. But yeah, I wonder how effective Kid's transformation is going to be. Right now it looks awesome. So that's cool. I can't wait to see more attacks from it. But other than that, what else is going to transpire? But they look super awesome, and Kaido takes his attacks. Last panel, fire. My favorite panel, by the way, of all time is just going to be, those panels of just one more time, show the face, just the like that. That will be. But that panel will be. There's 3 panels in this entire chapter that just blew me away. That one has to be one. The second has to be with Luffy standing there with the Yonko just like behind him. Like, it's just very transcendent. It's great. It kind of, I can't wait to see something like that with Deku and My Hero Academia with all the previous owners of All for One or One for All. I forget which one's which. And then the last one is this last panel with Kaido and Big Mom looking like they're serious. Kaido is in dragon form. Big Mom is floating on, who is it? Prometheus? Zeus, not Prometheus. And getting ready to attack. And it just looks so dope. And there's a declaration. And it's like whoever wins this battle here will take major steps towards becoming the Pirate King. And it's so true, because whoever wins here is going to get all the other shit, all the other clues, all the material of the other side. And so we already know that there's several poneglyphs on this island, as well as, this is Wano, Odin lived here. There has to be so many more clues as to what has transpired. After this fight is over, I really want to know what is in Odin's logbook, because I'm sure as soon as Yamato gave him that book, Momo probably starts looking through it to, gain wisdom, learn more about his dad, connect with his dad. And so maybe before Luffy leaves Wano, we get more information from Momo about something he read. But 10 out of 10 chapter. 10 out of 10 fucking brilliant, amazing chapter. I am in love. This is the kind of stuff that has made me love this series. I am on the edge of my seat right now, and I cannot wait for 1002. If 1002 is even half as good as this chapter was, it'll be a home run. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of this video, how I did? What do you think about this chapter? Is there anything in this chapter I overlooked or forgot to mention? Please like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, just have a conversation with me in the comment section. I'm dead serious. Like, if there's anything of interest you want to talk about, either related to this chapter or another one, I am totally down, because like I'm super excited right now. I want to theory craft. I want to bounce ideas off one another and such. So yeah, man, great chapter. Once again, I'm not gonna do a lot of chapter ratings because I hate rating, but when it's something like this, 10 out of 10. Loved it. And I'm not one of those people that like a manga or something is only good because of its fights or whatever. Like, no, I'm in One Piece for the adventure. I'm in One Piece for the story. But as far as like this chapter went, just sheer genius, from like pacing to the artwork, to the gags, the comedy, just everything that was in this chapter was just pure masterpiece. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to Otaku Talk OD. I'll be with you next time. Take care.